division from picksandparlays.net. My name is Nicholas Earl, joined here with my brother Tim, and we are going to be breaking down the two NHL games for today, and then we also have a basketball game as well. How are we looking for today?
I'm hoping my plays go good. At least it's got to do better than yesterday. Yesterday sucked, but yeah, hopefully we can make some money today.
Yep. And then let's before we hop into everything, let me put up our picks on the bottom of the screen here. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Picks and Parlays, and turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we come out with a play here, with each time we come out with a stream here on Picks and Parlays. Also, you can subscribe to my brother and I's channel as well, Earl Sports Bets on YouTube. If you guys want to check us out, we're live every single morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earl Sports Bet Show. Then, also, if you plan on making your way over towards the Picks and Parlays sites, use the promo code JUNE for 20% off any of your purchases. Also, in the link in the description of the stream down below, picksandparlays.net/game time can save you 50% off our 7-day packages over on the website as well. We're going to kick it off with some NBA basketball here. Starting it off, game one in what really could feel like the NBA Finals here, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets are on a minus 104. The Milwaukee Bucks on the money line are around a plus 175. Where are we looking at for this game, Tim?
I know I'm going to go contrarian compared to a lot of people, except for Dorn in the Morning Wood Show. It was a 7-2 swing towards Milwaukee. I'm on Milwaukee today. I know I'd like to take that plus money. I'm just not a believer in the Nets right now. Now, could the Nets go and sweep the Bucks in the series? 100%. But I do like the Milwaukee Bucks in this game. I feel like Giannis hasn't had to play that hard in the first round against Miami. I think he's going to come out. He's going to be able to play good. I think you can possibly get a triple-double prop for him. I'll look up that when Nick's going over the hockey, so I can try to get that up. But I think you're going to see a big game out of Giannis. I think you're going to see a big game out of Middleton, and then the others from Milwaukee, like Bledsoe and Portis and Lopez. You're going to see a bunch of production from them as well. I think you can get a good series out of the Bucks today. So I'm going to be taking them plus 4 on the money line, whatever you want to do with it. I'm grabbing Milwaukee in this game.
All right. Are we looking at a total at all? Last time I saw this total was up around, I think, 239, 240.
I think I would rather lean towards the over just because these two teams are heavy offensive teams, especially in the playoffs. Even in the playoffs where there's more defensive basketball, I see this one getting into the 120s, 130s each. So if anything, I would lean towards the over in this game, but I personally did not bet a total for this one.
All righty. Now heading into the NHL, we have Game 4, Carolina and Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay around a minus 160. The total is around 5.5 in this matchup. Tampa Bay Lightning lead this series 2-1 over the Hurricanes. Hurricanes winning game number 3 on a deflection overtime goal by Jordan Stahl. Where are you looking at for this game? I'm just kidding, Tim. I know you don't do hockey. I just want to see your reaction there. But for me, I'm looking at Carolina in this spot. I feel like they got a little bit of momentum back after last game's win. I think this is a really strong Carolina team. I love the move that Ron Brind'Amour made going back with Peter Mrazek in net and taking out the rookie Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic looked great in the first series against Nashville. He didn't look terrible in the first 2 games against Tampa Bay. Mrazek just had better numbers against Tampa Bay. And he's the veteran here, and I think that they should be riding on the veteran goaltender throughout the playoffs. It's kind of like what the Islanders did with Semyon Varlamov and Ilya Sorokin. When we go over that next game, I'll mention that as well. But I like the moves that these head coaches are making, that use their rookies in the first round, going to veterans in the second round. When they fall down 1-0. So I'm on Carolina in this one. I also lean towards the under. The only place play I can really look at with this game is the under 5.5. All 5 games have gone under the total when Carolina's played in Tampa Bay this year, and every single game's been under the total: 3-2, 2-1, 2-1. I believe during the regular season there was a 1-0 score in there. There was a 2-1. Like there's a lot of unders between these two teams. We're going to see that defensive style, kind of like what the Montreal Canadiens are doing right now with Tampa Bay. Today they play like that trap style defense where they just don't give up many high danger chances, and they're going to have to be grinding goals basically throughout this whole game. I like the under. I also lean towards Carolina to tie up the series here 2-2 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Over to our next game, we head to the Coliseum and Long Island for the Boston Bruins and the New York Islanders. Boston leads the series 2-1. Overtime winner for Brad Marchand in game number 3. Total around 5 in some books. I think 5.5 in others. I believe the more consistent number is 5 for this game. If it's a 5, I lean towards the over. If it's a 5.5, I lean towards the under. I don't play 5s unders. I don't play 5 unders. So it would have to be an over if it's a 5 for this Islanders Bruins game. I believe we're getting Semyon Varlamov and Tuukka Rask net again. So this is a nice little spot here for the Isles to tie up the series. This is two teams that I think it's going to be a back and forth series. It's going 7 games. I think it's tied heading back to Boston after tonight. I expect the Long Island faithful to be in full force tonight at Nassau Coliseum, kind of like I'm expecting Tampa Bay to have a pretty full crowd as well, but I like Carolina in that first game. But I'm going back with the Dogs tonight. 2 nights ago when these two games played, I was on both the Dogs. One of them cashed. I profited. I'm doing the same thing tonight. I think at least one of these Dogs, whether it's Carolina or New York, I think one of them get the win tonight. These are just 2 good teams. I think these are 2 series that we will most likely see a game 7. With that being said, I'm on the Islanders around plus 125, plus 130, depending on where your buck is. I like the Isles tonight with a lean towards the over in that game. You got any player props for tonight with the NBA you're looking at?
Yeah, I have 2, and then I also went and looked up some triple-double props. There's a couple of them in this. James Harden's a plus 200, so not really too much value there. Giannis plus 600, Durant 2,500, and Middleton 5K. I could see Giannis getting a triple-double tonight. I'm not going to bet that, but I could definitely see that happening. And then for player props for today, I got 2 of them. I went with Chris Middleton over his point total. I think I bumped that up to 24 so that he can get a minus 114. And then I went Kyrie Irving under 26.5. I think that Harden and Durant run this game for the Nets. I don't think Kyrie gets as much action as he normally does. So I would take the under for Kyrie Irving in this one.
And there are your prop bets for that one. Anything else you're looking at these games with? I'm going to take a look to see if I have any player props I like for the hockey games tonight. Anything you're looking at else with these games?
If you like the Bucks, you can get a series prop of plus 155.
I don't hate that at all. I'm definitely someone who is willing to back the Bucks here. This is a Brooklyn Nets team that, yes, they're very talented. They have Irving, they have Harden, they have Durant. They are a well-rounded team, but I think they play a little bit too much of isolation basketball with those 3 guys. And I think that Milwaukee will be able to man up on some of these guys because they do play halfway defensive basketball. It may not show with the score tonight being probably 125 to 120 or something along those lines, but I can definitely see Milwaukee's defenders being able to shut down this Brooklyn Nets team. If I'm looking to bet the East, I think Brooklyn's on the bottom of my list to win the East just because they're such a huge favorite to do so. So it would be Brooklyn or be Milwaukee or nothing for this series. I don't think I can get to having to bet Brooklyn at all. They're just too big of a favorite. And on the other side, I understand Embiid is questionable. I know we're talking about games that are not happening today, but looking forward to that 76ers Hawks series, I'm on the. I would like the Philadelphia 76ers more in this matchup. Uh, I think the Sixers are one of, if not the best team in the East, and I think even with Embiid out, they'll be able to compete with almost anyone. Simmons is one of those guys that can lead a team. I just think that camaraderie that the Sixers have with Embiid, Harris, Simmons, they just got a complete team in Philadelphia where many of these other teams because trust the process that they've been building their team for a while, and it's not just putting together a team like the Brooklyn Nets have with Irving, Durant, and Harden that played all of 7 games together, all 3 of them during the regular season. I like the Sixers' chances if they make it again in a series against Brooklyn or Milwaukee.
It depends on Joel Embiid. That's a big thing. If he's in, then I could see them. I could see the Sixers making the finals. If Joel Embiid is out for a while, I could see them losing to the Hawks. So Joel Embiid is going to be a key factor for that 76ers team.
Mm-hmm. And then looking at a player prop, I actually have a player prop that I'm looking at here that is not something I've given out before when it comes with hockey, but I saw this number and I really think it's a little bit on the low side.
Does it do with block shots for a defenseman?
No. Looking at this, he's recorded 39, I think, in back-to-back games versus Boston.
Saves.
Semyon Varlamov, over 30.5 saves tonight. This is especially if you think that Boston's going to get a few power plays tonight, because other props I'll probably be looking at are whichever one's the cheapest, which I'm gonna see which one's the lowest / cheapest one on this list. For shots on goal, Marchand minus 145 for over 2.5, Pastrnak 3.5, and Bergeron's at 3. So it would be Brad Marchand over 2.5 shots on goal is something else I would look at for this series or for this game tonight for prop bets. That perfection line, when they're on the power play, they throw a lot of shots at the net. So that's one I am looking at as well. What is up, Dominic? How are you doing? What's up, Brian Davis? Dominic says, I like Embiid for MVP if he didn't get hurt. Potentially, yeah.
I still think Jokic would have won. You got to think of what the teams are. I mean, yeah, Joel Embiid brought the 76ers to the number 1 overall seed. But look what Nikola Jokic did after Jamal Murray went out. He took a team that just lost one of their better shooters and rattled off 17 out of 21 wins, and they're a 3 seed. So I mean, it would have been a coin toss if Embiid was active all year. But seeing that he wasn't, I think that not Jamal Murray, but Nikola Jokic is 100% MVP.
Yeah, Jokic has been phenomenal this year. And I think you were telling me from like the first week of the season, you like Nikola Jokic to win the MVP. So was definitely.
I wish I grabbed early in the season. Nikola Jokic was like a 25-1 to win the MVP. I wish I grabbed that at the time. I just don't bet futures that way. So lost out on a little bit of money there, but all good.
Yeah, that's the thing with me. I don't usually bet futures, and that's for the reason of that I just don't like having my money tied up for a while. Will Hamaya Hayes says, what do you think Bucks team total over 117? I think you pointed over for that one.
I think both teams can go over their totals.
So do you just like the over in this game?
Yeah, I like the over in this. I think this won't be that big of a defensive game. What do you think about the Nets tonight? I am on the Milwaukee Bucks.
Fair enough. If you guys have any more questions, just leave them in the chat here. We're going to go over a couple of things, and then we're going to answer any last questions, and then we're going to head on out for this edition of Game Time Decision. As always, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have 17 viewers right now, only 7 likes. I mean, we're giving out free plays here. I mean, the least we can get is, 10 likes? I know that's not setting too high of a bar, but also, if you're planning on making your way over to the site, use the promo code June for 20% off. of any purchase of any handicappers. Also, you can use the link in the description of the stream down below, picksandparlays.net/game time for 50% off of our 7-day packages over on picksandparlays.net. Going over for the games tonight, we're taking the Milwaukee Bucks here +4 and on the money line against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm looking at the Carolina Hurricanes +145 versus the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm also looking at the under of 5.5 goals in that one. And for the final game here, we're looking at the New York Islanders at around a +125, +130 against the Boston Bruins tonight. I liked it always. Yeah, I mean, the Milwaukee Bucks, they're going to put up points. This Brooklyn team does not play too much defense. You got it on the likes? I mean, yeah, there we go. 12 likes now. We just got a few more likes. What's up, Tony? How are you doing today? But that's going to just about wrap up this show. I know this is a short little show. We only have 3 games here. Unless you wanted to mention anything on baseball for the night.
Mets.
Okay. We do have a play on college baseball down below. It's 100% a biased play. As you can see, I have the ECU jersey on here. We are going to the game at 6 o'clock. They are against Charlotte. They're on a -300 favorite. But that being said, I did put a small bet on them just because we're going to the game and being a little bit of degenerate. I took the ECU Pirates -300. Baseball. What about baseball? We can answer some baseball questions. If you guys want to talk baseball for a couple minutes here on the show, we just need to know which games you guys want to look at for that one.
I like the Mets. I like Boston. And I like the Dodgers.
There you go. Fair enough.
Yeah. I also grabbed the under in the Cleveland Baltimore game.
Yeah, let me grab out my book here. I can go over what I like for baseball tonight. My plays for tonight. I also sprinkled a couple props as well for baseball. I have Tampa Bay run line tonight. I have Minnesota and Pittsburgh. Or my bad, Miami and Pittsburgh over 7.5. I have Cleveland and Baltimore first 5 under 4. I have San Francisco -0.5 run in the first 5 innings at -130. I got Seattle and LA Angels first 5 under 4. That is even money there. And I have the Mets and the Padres first 5 under 2.5 runs at +105. Couple player props I jumped on. I got Whit Merrifield over 1.5 total bases at +100 odds. And I got Clayton Kershaw at around -114 over 6.5 strikeouts for him tonight. KJ says, do you like Cleveland? Cleveland is going up again.
I didn't bet it. They're going up against Baltimore. I like the under in that game. That's the only total I have for today is the under in the Cleveland game.
Yeah, I went first 5 under 4 for Cleveland today. So that's where we're looking at for the Indians and the Orioles. But I believe that's going to just about do it for this stream. I want to thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Turn on those post notifications so you guys know whenever we are live here on Picks and Parlays. That's going to just about do it for the show. I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching, and good